Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. New South Wales Health has issued a COVID alert after an infected person visited a Wallsend service station at the weekend. Anyone who was at the Coles Express service station westbound on Thomas Street between 2:45pm and 3pm on Saturday is considered a casual contact and must get tested immediately and self-isolate until a negative result is received. The service station has undergone deep cleaning. It's the second location in the Hunter in less than a week after the 7-Eleven at Thornton was listed as a low-risk exposure site. 9 people are now $1,000 poorer after Lake Macquarie Police broke up a large gathering at a Seahampton home. Up to 30 people were reported to police at the George Booth Drive property on Sunday morning without face masks. A 42-year-old man who lives at the home told police it was a religious gathering. He, along with 8 others, were handed penalty infringement notices for breaching the public health order. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery is calling on the New South Wales Government to reconsider the decision to allow Sydney construction workers to travel and work in the Newcastle region. On Saturday, the Premier announced a pause on all construction across Greater Sydney due to the risk of COVID-19 spreading across work sites. Sonia Hornery says if these workers pose a risk of transmission on sites in Greater Sydney, they pose a risk on sites in Newcastle.
I'm concerned about the Premier's attitude towards our local communities because I believe that she's putting them at risk, and I urge the community to be vigilant in maintaining mask wearing and keeping isolated.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Brad Hazzard is reassuring the community there are procedures in place to keep everyone safe.
They aren't able to go from the 3 LGAs currently, and it's only if they are tested with what the public health people call surveillance testing. And it's like everything else. It's a proportionate risk issue that has been managed right through this, and we will continue to manage that.
Lake Macquarie MP Greg Piper has teamed up with fellow independent Alex Greenwich in releasing draft legislation for voluntary assisted dying laws. The bill will be tabled when Parliament resumes next month. Greg Piper says the proposed legislation contains strong safeguards around access, administration and exemptions for health professionals with conscientious or faith-based objections. He says, as a mature and educated society, we should be able to accept the right of a terminally ill person to determine the time of their death if their pain and quality of life is no longer bearable to them. Local welfare services are calling for more social housing as the only solution to the growth in displaced women and children who've escaped domestic violence. Despite funds allocated for support services, a lack of housing has led victims to return to their violent partners for shelter. Nova for Women and Children CEO Kelly Hansen says she hopes the upcoming National Summit for Women's Safety will bring the change they're advocating for.
What has shifted is the housing crisis in the Hunter region. So we suddenly have literally no houses for women and children. This report will help inform decision-making at a national level and certainly encourage investment in social housing, particularly targeting women and children.
More areas of Newcastle look set to be connected to the 5G mobile network. Optus wants to upgrade its Bolton Street base station to give customers faster internet speeds. The plans are out for public comment, with submissions closing on July 30.
2NURFM Sport.
Newcastle's Lauren Parker has been named in the Australian para-triathlon team for the upcoming Tokyo Games. The 32-year-old says she is confident she can claim the gold medal after claiming bronze at the 2018 Commonwealth Games. Golfer Mackenzie Toole has booked her ticket for the 2022 US Women's Amateur event after winning the qualifiers in Chambers Bay on the weekend. The 20-year-old is the first Hunter golfer in recent memory to qualify for the event. Knights coach Adam O'Brien is hopeful stars Mitchell Pearce and Daniel Safidi will be available for this weekend's clash with the Roosters. Star fullback Kalen Ponga is also expected to play, despite receiving a head knock in last weekend's loss to the Storm. In sailing, Coal Point's Kyle Langford has helped Australia to a thrilling victory, claiming the Great Britain Sail Regatta. It marks Australia's first regatta win since 2019. And in the Greys, Hunter-trained Moore Sauce has backed up his win at the Grafton Sprinters Cup with a win at Maitland last night. That's sport. I'm James Paris.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 12, 34, 42, 39, 33 and 17. And the supplementaries are 26 and 18. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.